what's going on, Guardians? My name's Erupteu and welcome back to another Destiny video. Now in today's video we're going to be doing some callouts on the map Last Exit. So this is this weekend's Trials of Osiris map, and we're going to kick it off nice and gently with the alpha spawn. So as you can see, this is just a small area. We have a train that we can jump on, and that's really just about it. I do have my friend DC here to help me with this callout. Not that he's going to be speaking, but he is just here to model some of the callouts. First off, we're going to cover the trains on the map. Now the first one is over here, and it is called the alpha train. So this comes basically in link with the alpha spawn. So we have a train here, and then we move on to the other train, which is mid train. So we're gonna have three trains, as I said again. This is the mid train, and yeah, it's just a train, nothing really special about it, but it can be used for advantage in close quarter combat. And then lastly over here we have the Bravo train. So this is going to be the B spawn train. Now you can go over there, we're going to call that back tunnel, and you can just basically go there to do some hiding things. Not many people go there really, but you can go there if you want. Now over here we have the Bravo spawn. So this is where you're going to be spawning on B side, and as you can tell there is not a lot of distance from each spawn. It is going to take one fast titan and they're just going to be straight over into the enemy spawn, wreaking havoc straight away. Okay, so next up we're going to move on to some other callouts. So up here we have the Bravo steps, and basically yeah, you can do a nice little slide like my friend DC did down there, and these are going to be the main callout for Bravo spawn. If you're going off into any particular direction, it's great to tell your teammates what you're doing. So over here now we have the big screen, and I just like to call this whole area screen. It's pretty obvious why. There is just one massive screen. Now we're going to go to this last callout for the Bravo spawn really, and we're going to call this Bravo ramp. So not to be confused with the Bravo step, but this is Bravo ramp right here. So keep that in mind too. Okay, so now we're going to move on to this massive area here, which is called Courtyard. So it basically lives up to its name. It's just a big old courtyard. It's a really opened up space for you guys to have more long range combat, whereas the inside is going to stick to short range combat, but I'll go over that at the end of this video. As you can see here, this is one of the heavies, and I'm going to be calling this upper heavy. So this is upper heavy over here, and then I'll go over to the other heavy later on in the video as well. Okay, so we're moving back around the map now, and I'm going to call this area Rubble. Now this is just a big smashed up wall, smashed up ceiling, and it looks like a big train wreck. So yeah, this is going to be called Rubble, and it also leads you to a special and back to alpha spawn. So as you can see there, that's alpha spawn, and yeah, that's just a big loop around the map. Now let's dive into the middle of the map. Okay, so up here we have the alpha door. Now this is just going to be a door. If you want to keep that in mind, then that's great to call out for your teammates. Bang on in the middle of the map we have this big boy here, and we call it pillar. So this could be center pillar, center of the map, or you could just call it pillar like I do, just for more simpler reasons. Now here we have mid door. You can just call this mid door because it's bang on in the middle of the map. Now if we look down here we have this big area that I like to call platform, and up there we have the heavy, but I'll just go over this first. I would used to call this flicker. You can call this flicker alternatively, but over here, just for simpler reasons, again we're just going to call this area platform. Up here I used to call it red light, or you can call it red, or as I'm now calling it lower heavy. So this is going to be where another heavy spawns, and you can just go ahead and pick that up. It does also lead you to where the trains are, so I'll go over that later in the video and why that's such a useful callout. Now up here we have cafe door, and we have the big area that we like to call cafe. Why is this called cafe, you ask? Well, because there's a big sign here that says cafe on it, and that's literally why this callout has its name. So it is just a big blue building, and it's a very large area. Now a lot of gunfights could happen from side to side from these doors, so keep an eye out for that. And it is also a great connector to use if you're coming from Bravo spawn, or even in fact to get into Bravo spawn. Okay, so now let's talk about what I was on about with the spawns. So say we're starting at Bravo spawn here, it only takes a few jumps or a few seconds of sprinting to get to the other side. Now you could already be at a confrontation 6 seconds into the game, or if you're a Titan even quicker. Now look where we are right now. We've landed straight up on platform, which could lead us to where the heavy is, which would lead to a lot of gunfights if we were actually battling for heavy in heavy round. You also get a quicker access to the middle of the map from either side. Now if we go down the alpha ramp here, then we are also again in alpha spawn very quickly next to alpha train. So there's a lot of connectives that you can use here all through the spawn areas that will really get you around the map super quick. Okay, so now I'm sure a lot of people have told you this is really hand-to-hand or close range combat based map this weekend. So if we go to some of the areas, I will show you where a lot of these shotgun fights are going to happen. So just pick up that tip there that shotguns are going to be a main factor in this weekend's trials. Okay, so first of all, you notice by pillar, there is just a pillar in the middle of the map which allows for people to be able to run around corners quickly, take cover on some of the enemy frames and also take cover from other shotgunners. Now these whole doors are going to be a major change in the whole reason why shotguns dominate this map. See, when a door is closed you can't really see through it. Of course I can see through it now just because of how close we are, but when the door is closed we're not going to be able to see through it, which allows enemies to be able to jump up in shotgunners and use closed doors to their advantage. Now you have a door here, you also have various other doors placed around the map, which allow people to just quickly go through and use that closed door to their advantage. Anyway, that's all for today guys. If you did enjoy today's video, then please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share this on social media for more Destiny tips, tricks, news, and updates in the community. My name has been Erupt, and have a great day.